Greetings and happy day. It's Dr. Cherry, the CEO Whisperer, and I want to say, what's up, Doc? Welcome to the Doc, the place where the people with the unsinkable mind, we come together, we get together, and we just do more than stay afloat. We help each other stay afloat. So I am incredibly happy to be here with you today with another tip that the community said they were interested in. And so today we're going to talk about self talk. And self talk is something that is extremely powerful and extremely important. And it's important mostly because if I said to you what you're saying to you, boy, I swear you would kick my butt. You really would, or at least you try for sure. But we feel just fine saying what we say to ourselves all the time, and we let it go unchecked. And we aren't recognizing that we're telling this story, and this story is causing us to sometimes, drown. And we aren't able to get our lifeline, and we aren't able to do the things that really really matter. So when you think about the voices that you have in your head, let's be clear, we have more than one voice. And the first voice that many of us hear is a voice that is our champion, and that voice that is telling us, hey, you can do it, you can do it. But that's not the voice that we're feeding. We have this 1,000 pound gorilla that is eating all the time, that is stealing our joy, that's telling us what we can't do, what's not possible, what's questioning us. And for some of us, it is just really captivating us and taking over what we're thinking. And we don't check that voice. The voice goes unchecked. And while that voice is being unchecked and just allowing to being allowed to run rampant, we are suffering the consequences of that. And so, as you think about your self talk, in my book, Move Out of Your Own Way, that I actually wrote in 2004, my goodness, I cannot believe it. It's still selling today. Literally, I'm talking about that Saturday at a conference. But when I wrote the book, Move Out of Your Own Way, I talked about 15 minutes of fame and how every day you've got to take 15 minutes and say to yourself the things that you need to say so that when you are out in these other 23 hours and 45 minutes, when you start to come in contact with other people, you've already said to yourself what you need to say. Now, this is different than reading your scriptures or doing all these other things. I'm talking about practicing and getting clear on your story and who you are. You see, sometimes folks are sitting up waiting for us to tell them who they need to be or who they are. They are craving attention, and they crave praise from us, and they want us to everything that they do. They want us to say, "Oh my God, thank you so much for doing that," and they want us to do it, but. It's really up to us in our self talk, in our preparation every day to make sure that we are hearing and saying the things to ourselves that we need to hear. And you can start by telling yourself, hey, I love you. It's you. Tell yourself. Don't wait for someone else to tell you that they love you. Don't wait for someone else to say that you are beautiful. Tell yourself you're beautiful. I love you. And let me tell you what I say. If we mess this thing up, sister, we gonna fix it. So let's mess some stuff up today. So you have to have a conversation with yourself and allow that self-talk to really, really, really be powerful and be something that is transformative, for you. So I, as you know, I am a psychologist, so I do have processes for everything that I do. So the first thing that, in addition to the 15 minutes of fame, which is my favorite thing, and that 15 minutes again, you do your affirmations and you say to yourself, I am whatever it is that you want to be and you need to hear that day. And one of the things I used to say in my affirmations was that I'm smart. And I used to be around a lady who worked with me, and she was like, "Oh my God, why do you say that all the time?" And I said, "Because I need to know that I'm smart enough to get out of whatever situation that life presents me." And I don't apologize for having to tell myself that I am smart. Now, me saying that I'm smart doesn't have anything to do with you. I am not trying to make myself smarter than you. What I am saying to myself is what I need to hear. And I am recommending that other people say to themselves what they need to hear so that they can be successful. You might not need to hear that you're smart. It might be something else that you need to hear or you want to hear. But be clear that you have got to tell yourself what it is that you need to hear. And you need to make sure that you're feeding that powerful champion voice and you're not robbing yourself or being a thief every day, because your voice really does matter. And so when we think about the process, the first thing after you do your 15 minutes of fame throughout the day, if you say something that doesn't work, you could do a simple cancel, alt, delete, which is the old school kind of getting rid of that and deciding to remove it. Or you can notice the negative thought that you had today and just say, what is that? And you can ask yourself the question, is it 100% true? And if a friend said that about me, how would I feel? Then what you want to do is reframe it. Write a kinder, gentler, more accurate thought for yourself in a more supportive way. And so what you're saying might be, you don't do enough X or whatever that is. And ask yourself, well, if a friend said that about me, how would I feel? I mean, is there any truth to it? Because this is the other thing. You can't believe everything that you say. You can't believe everything that's on the news. You can't believe everything. And so every thought that you have is not necessarily accurate. And so you want to question it. And then again, when you reframe it and write it down in a kinder, more accurate way, you could say, hey, maybe sometimes, or maybe today I didn't, but 95% of the time I do. And so that's one of the ways that you have the opportunity to do that. And then anchor it. Think about affirmations. Repeat the new phrase out loud. I used to not do this, but now I do that, or I do this. And that's the way. And then reflect on it. Notice when you are showing up and when you are doing the thing that you need to do, that you said that you never do. Because one of the things that we don't do is we just don't take a lot of time and notice what we are doing. Most of us aren't in mirrors all day, so we're not seeing the things that we are doing. What we see is when we make that left turn and we should have made a right turn and we weren't paying attention to something and we spilled the milk or we did those things. We notice all of the things that we didn't do well, but we don't notice the things that we have done well. And it's easy to point out what people aren't doing right. But it's got to be that we start to pay attention to what we are doing well, and whether it's right at the time or what we would consider quote unquote wrong, it's an opportunity for growth and development. And that's what we are here to do. When we're thinking about the unsinkable mind, a boat doesn't sink because of the water that's around it. It sinks because of what gets in it. And so we want to make sure that if we have leaks, we're starting to patch those leaks. And patching the leaks happens when we think positively, we find our self talk, and we create self talk that is empowering to ourselves. You don't have to wait for someone else to say something amazing about you. And whatever it is, I mean, find something good about yourself today. That's your task. That's what I want you to do. And I want you to know that here on this dock, when you bring your boat in and you're just on this dock, we are here to support you. We are here to make sure that you start to hear from yourself and from other people how amazing you truly are, because I know for sure you were called to be here at this time, because other than that, you wouldn't be here. And there is work that only you can do on this planet. So let's keep our boats afloat. Let's find words and let's be kinder and gentler with ourselves. Be patient. It is okay. It's not going to always be exactly how we want it to be. We don't have to control every situation. You don't have to try to control everybody. And when you just really sit back and say to yourself, "Ooh, self, you got this," it changes everything. Because guess what? You do. You have it. So thanks, Doc. I appreciate ya. And let's just keep it going, pay it forward, and help each other out. We, on this dock right here, we're going to keep swimming. We're going to send out lifelines, and we're going to do whatever we need to do to stay calm in all of this chaos that we see from time to time. But you over there are some powerful words that I want you to find for yourself tonight and just use them and say them, practice them. Say, "I am," and just see what flows out. And if it's tough at first, um, find some more things. Just keep saying, "I am amazing. I am wonderful. I am kind. I am growing. I am becoming." You are all the things that you want to be, and you can and will use those words to empower yourself. All right, Doc, we got it.